I'm about to show you a very rare and powerful software program. What makes it rare is that programs like this are never released to the public. I'm sure you've always known that software developers tend to build their own private tools that they never ever release to the public. That's how we keep a massive advantage over anyone else who's competing against us. I have a private Skype group where we tend to openly talk about my private tools because it's a closed group and there isn't much worry with anyone talking about the things that we discuss in there. Recently, several of the key players in this private group, who are all professional level marketers that I very much respect, really started hitting me up about my private tools. After all, for the past several years, most of them have been watching me walk into any niche I decide I want and absolutely take it over. As the discussion played out, I decided to go ahead and release one of my most prized possessions. It's a software I call NichePulse. For the remainder of this video, I'm going to give you a complete walkthrough on how to use the software, what the software does, and exactly what I personally do with the software to come into any niche, local or global, and make it seem to bend to my will as I absolutely dominate that niche. So let's get started. First, let's cover our menu items up here. We've got the tutorial, which is the same video that you're watching now. Check for updates. If you click this, then it's going to open up the update screen to show you what the latest version is and to give you a link to make sure that if you want to update, you can. Moz API key. Okay, it's a free API key that you get. I just put this in there so that you'd have a quick link to it rather than having to guess and fight through where it is. You'll be using those here. Get video tags. Now this one, it deserves a little special attention, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this. On this particular tool, okay, you have undoubtedly heard of people who sell or give away various tools that they say gets all the tags from a YouTube video. They're wrong. Whether they intend to be wrong or not, that's a completely different discussion that I won't go into. But the fact is, they are wrong. What they're doing is they're getting just the tags from the metadata YouTube shows us for a video. Here's the reality of the situation. YouTube knows that marketers were using those tags back when they made them all publicly available. They were using those tags because it gives you a pretty extreme SEO advantage that we'll cover later as we go through this video. Okay, so they took out the real tags and now they show those meta tags, right? Keyword tags. The thing is though, about half the time the keywords that they're showing, that those scrapers and whatever programs that get you the tags, about half the time YouTube is providing completely 100% false tags there. In other words, these are not things that the person used as tags at all. Okay, the other half of the time they're putting those tags in there, but the problem is they're only putting 4 or 5, maybe a half dozen tags in there, and people tend to believe that that's all the tags this video used. That is not accurate, and I'm fixing to show you. Okay, so I've selected a video and I've opened the source code on it so that I can see those tags. Here they are. This is what pretty much everybody who sells or gives you a program that they say gets all of the video tags that a person used. Well, this is actually what they're getting from here to here. That's why you'll often see some dots at the end of this. Some people take them out, some people don't. But this is what YouTube is publicly saying, okay, these are the tags for this video. And so a lot of people will just get this data and say, okay, that's the tags for this video. So now I've went ahead and I've got the URL for this video that it's showing us, that YouTube is showing us that this is the only keywords for this video. This was the tags that they used. Okay, Now let's open up our true tags. We're going to put that URL in there and tell it OK. Now this will take a little minute. It's got quite a bit of work to do to actually ferret out the tags. These, let me move this out of the way for a moment. These are the actual tags that were used for this video and that this video is ranking for. Do you see a little difference here? There's quite a large difference, a major difference. When you use all of the tags that a video has, well, then you have a serious advantage over not only that person, but anybody else that's also trying to compete to get a spot where this video is currently showing up. Okay? That's why they hide all of this from you, for that very reason. Now you know, let me go ahead and get rid of that. These videos that are being put up have a lot more tags than what YouTube is showing you. And now with this software, you have the ability to get those tags that YouTube hides. In other words, you are taking back that advantage that they took away from us a couple of years ago. Okay, so that covers our little menu that we have here. Now it's time to create a campaign. You don't have to do a campaign, it saves it on its own. So whatever keyword you give here, I'm going to go with the local niche because I know local niche marketers, especially the ones I know, are always griping about that there's never any tools that come out that's highly beneficial for them. Well, this one, it really is. I can dominate local niches as easy as I can global niches. It makes no difference. Now, I'm just going to use 24-hour emergency, right? And I'm going to let the software go and get highly related keywords so that I can see what options are available to me. Okay, because if you're a local marketer, your go-to term may be, 24-hour emergency plumber, and you try to rank for that type of keyword in different towns and so on. But there's a very real possibility that there are some other niches in addition to that one that are easy or easier than the one that you're working in. And that doesn't mean that you would abandon the one that you're working in, but you could very easily pick up another one since you're working in that area on that thing anyways. Now, I'm going to walk you through every step of what you do here. I've already started a campaign for this. I'll show you that later. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my Moz ID and my Moz secret key. Now, delay between searches. If you're doing quite a few searches, you're going to want to increase this. You can increase this all the way up to waiting 30 seconds in between searches. Okay, you don't want to go too fast because it is Google, YouTube, and they'll nail you if you go too fast. Now, fortunately, I put in some built-in human emulation protocols in here, so pretty much you're fine when you're running low numbers through here. But if you get up into the hundreds, you're certainly going to want to increase this number, especially if you, for example, decide you want to run 500 overnight while you sleep. If you're going to do that, go ahead and kick this up to 30. But I'm not going to be doing that many. I'm going to be doing just a small amount. We're going to say, we'll start off this one with 25. Okay. Now, as soon as I hit the run button, it's going to immediately go out and find me those keywords. And there's no secret what these keywords are they're coming from Google. They're related keywords. In other words, when you type in your primary keyword, it's showing you what Google deems is related to that topic, and it's providing you with the keywords of the places of that they're sending people to who search for that keyword. So they're sending traffic to those keywords. So it's going to loop through that and it's going to gather up a pretty good grip. Okay, so let's go ahead and start that. Now, the fact that I clicked that run button has saved this campaign for me. Now I'll be able to go back to this anytime. This box is just giving us a little visual cue about what's going on at any given moment. And it started working on our first one. Now, in case you are a spaz in any way, I'm sure you figured out that if you click the run button on a program while it's running, that'll generally just mess everything up and you end up getting no results at all. I was thinking about you because, for the inner spaz in all of us, you click the run program again, it's going to let you know it's already running and you can just knock it off. Wait and let it do its thing. Okay, so it found us a total of 1,743 keywords. In this campaign, even though I showed you as if I was setting up a new campaign, like I said, I started this already. So it's had a total of 186 of those keywords already put through its paces doing what the software does. Now this is important because again, okay, in this example, we've got over 1,700 keywords. Well, you don't want to be forced to sit in a single session and go through every one of those keywords. That just wouldn't be good. But you also don't want to, if you did 25 this time, and to do 50 next time, for it to go through the same original 25 just to get to the next 25. Do you follow me? So what this does is it keeps track of all of the keywords that you've researched. It's going to keep a running total of those. So when you start it and you have a campaign going, it's keeping an eye on that. Now this one here, this is showing us on this session how many we've done. Specifically right now it's 9. We've done 9 of these so far of the 25 that we told it to do. Okay, so now we're just going to sit and wait for it to give its results. The software went through and it completed everything. It's letting us know the job is completed. We've done the full 25. So what it does is it pops up a window for you. This window contains everything that we just checked in this session, okay, in the 25 that we just ran. It's given us a vast amount of information, so I want you to really pay attention to this part. All right, now the first thing it's doing is showing us the keyword. This is a clickable thumbnail, and of course the link is clickable to where we can open up the video if we want to inspect further. So we're looking at our keyword, 24-hour emergency dentist, Birmingham. Okay, that's what this video is ranked for. His video title is 24-hour emergency dentist, Birmingham, Alabama, call blah blah blah. Okay, now what's important to us right now, which we got lucky in this example, is this, the RPI. It's the rank power index, and what this number is that's how Google indicates to us how much power this video has. And in this case the number is 1, okay, which is just the lowest is 0. So your numbers go from low to high. The higher that this number is, the harder that video is to beat. I'm going to show you some walk-arounds, so don't worry about that. This video right here, this local marketer, and gosh, I hope as I go through this training tutorial here and I show you these videos, I hope that none of these videos are yours, because I'm showing the world just how easy it is to take them down, to replace them with your own, to wipe them out. This one has a video power index, rank power index of 1. So this is super easy to beat. That's the very first thing we know. And he's got a great keyword. So I might just pop into this video and I'm going to look for a couple of things. First thing I want to do is see how many views that he's getting. Okay, on a local type of video, you don't expect a lot of views. So if they're showing 20, 30,000 views here, they scammed, and you know they scammed. Okay, there's fake views. This 1,800, yeah, that looks pretty real. Next thing I want to look at is their SEO, because with such a low power rank index, well, I already know I can beat him. All I have to do is do better SEO. And this is extremely weak SEO. Okay, super simple to beat this. So there we go. Now I have just verified as absolute fact that it would take me all of about 5 minutes to get this guy's position. to either replace him or place above him in the search engines. Here's another one, same guy, same video. It also ranked for this keyword. So right there, you already know you can just go in and take this guy's easy money away from him. You can go and rank yours and then find whatever dentist. You could even steal his customer if you want. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just saying that the options are pretty limitless as to what you can do. And these are great keywords and you can do them anywhere and everywhere. Okay, let's just keep looking. This one here has a power index of 47. That means this thing is no joke. You are not going to come in if your video has a rank power index of 1. You're not going to come in and unseat this guy. It's not going to happen. It's a great keyword though. Here's the thing with Google. A lot of times, not always, but pretty often, if they allow one video in the search results, then they'll allow 2. Again, that's not set in stone. There's a lot of keywords that, and we don't know the algorithm, that some of them will only allow 1, many of them will allow 2, and some of them will even allow 3, 4, 5, or 6. This one still might be worth trying for because it's just a single video, and you could probably, even with if you had a power rank index of only 1, you could probably get your video on the same page with this person. Now granted, your video is going to be below theirs. They have a 47 rank power index. Okay, make a little side note here. If you want to increase your own rank power index, it's really simple to do. Hire you a few Fiverr gigs or use your favorite software, whatever. All you have to do is point high authority, high PR videos, backlinks at your video URL. And that's it. It doesn't happen overnight. It does take time. You're looking at 4 to 6 weeks. But then again, how long have you been marketing online? 4 to 6 weeks is nothing. And you can increase your own rank up pretty high. And the more you do it, the higher it goes. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Now you know how, if you wanted to, if for example, if you tried to rank and you have a video of a RPI that's got a 1, and Google is only allowing a single video for this keyword term, well, then obviously you wouldn't beat this guy. Your video wouldn't show up. So throw some high PR backlinks, high authority backlinks toward that video. Wait it out for a few weeks while its own index increases. And next thing you know, you're going to end up with a high index yourself. And now you can go ahead, come in and smash this guy out of existence. You can replace his video with your own. Okay, let's keep going. Now this one, you see that we have 2 separate power index listings. That's because there's 2 videos that's showing up in the search results for 24-hour emergency dentist Gold Coast. These are 2 different videos, so most likely it's 2 different people. Both of them have a really high RPI. All right, you already know how to get your own high RPI. So for the time being, at a glance, you know you're not getting these keywords. Don't bother, don't waste your time unless you have the plan that you are going to increase your own RPI up there comparable to those before you expect your own video to rank. Because when you've got a low RPI, you're just not touching these guys. It's not going to happen. They are solid. Understand this. Knowing what not to rank for is just as valuable as knowing what to rank for, because that keeps you from wasting time. Average video marketer out there, he'll spend a month putting up videos. Well, the problem is he's just using a shotgun type approach to it. So 2 or 3 weeks of the work he's done is absolutely useless because he has a rank power index of 1 and he's trying to compete with people like this. You're wasting your time. It's not going to happen unless you understand how to increase your own rank power index. You wouldn't even need to mess with these if you didn't want to. This looks like a great one. 24-hour emergency dentist in Las Vegas, Nevada. Power index of 1. Obviously, you can take this guy's spot. Do you see what I'm getting at here? How easy it is. People with a high power index, you're not going to beat them, but that doesn't mean that you can't rank right under them in the SERPs. Okay, that's still kind of a Google thing. None of us know when they're going to allow multiple videos for the same keyword or when they're not, but it's worth a try if you want to do it. You're going to rank under him unless your power index is pretty near his, and you can make up the difference with better SEO, because this guy, he probably doesn't have highly optimized content. Look at this. Yeah, it'd take you about 2 seconds to out SEO this guy. You see? Okay, and we just go through our list, and it's right there. We're seeing these great keywords, how easy we can knock the person out who's currently there and just take them over for ourselves. Now, I should be decent. If one of these videos that I've shown this example belongs to you, okay, first of all, truly my heartfelt apologies, because there's a lot of people fixing to mop the floor with you. But I'll tell you how to protect yourself as best you can now that this has happened. If you want to keep these spots, you're going to need to go and increase your video rank power index. Otherwise, some other people that are using this software are just going to knock you around like a rag doll. It's just going to happen. Now I'm going to come to this next section. These are the keywords in those 25 that we went for. There were no videos ranking on Google for. In some cases, that means that Google is just not going to allow video for that keyword. 24-hour emergency dentist, Brooklyn. Okay, 58 people have at least somewhat optimized for this exact keyword phrase, and they didn't get listed on Google. Chances are reasonably high that Google just isn't going to give a video position to that keyword. Now, it's not a guarantee. Of the 58 that tried, they may have used no SEO. They may not have used the exact title match. There's some things in there, but just on average, just assume that if they have more than a few that have tried and nobody's ranking there, that you're probably not going to rank in Google for that keyword. So there again, there's another advantage for you. You know what to not waste your time on. All the time that you spend is super focused. You're always making good, true, real, and measurable gains in your niche. Okay, this is how I come in and just dominate any niche. People cringe when they see me come into their niche because they know what's about to happen. I am going to systematically take that niche over because I have these tools, because I have this kind of intel available to me. It tells me where to spend my time, where not to spend my time. I want to point out another very powerful feature here. When we have a 0, that means that no one has ever thought to optimize for this keyword to see if it will rank. What that means is if we go ahead, since nobody's ever even tried it, and create us a video, 24-hour emergency dentist in Essex. Okay, if we created that video and we put it up, we'd pretty much be 100% guaranteed we're going to get a page 1 position in YouTube for that, because there's nobody else competing for it. So we're definitely going to get a YouTube position. And there's somewhere between a 40 and 70% chance that it's also going to go ahead and rank in Google, because nobody has ever even tried to rank the video for that. Do you follow me? Have you understood the power of the information you have right in front of you? And this is on any niche. It doesn't matter if it's a local niche or it's a global niche. It doesn't matter. You've got it. You have the information to walk in and systematically take over any niche you want very quickly, because you're not spinning your wheels anywhere. You're not wasting time or effort or energy on things that you're not ready to go to. For me, for example, just using just these results as an example, if I wanted in this niche, the very first thing I would do is I would go ahead and come in here and just get all the low hanging fruit. I'd go ahead and take over all of these people with a power index of 1. I'd go ahead and just take their spots from them because I already know that I can do that, because it's mostly just down to a matter of how good your SEO on page is. Okay, so that's the very first thing I would do. I would put them all into a single channel that is dentist related. So now I've got my focused channel on emergency dentistry. Now I've went and I've ranked multiple videos #1 in Google for that, so YouTube knows that I'm a serious player in this niche. Now that I've done that and I've got all of those in, well, my RPI is already starting to increase because YouTube is already recognizing me, beginning to recognize me as an authority. So now if I want to, now whenever I go, for example, throw those high PR backlinks, those authority backlinks at my channel, then I'm going to start coming up really quick. It's not going to take that long that now I'm going to have a high RPI, and I'm going to come in and take these people's positions away from them too. I will own this niche. That's how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now what this window is it's showing you just the results from the little session that you just did. In this case, it was 25. If you click the show campaign button, you have to have a campaign loaded to click the show campaign button. Now what it's showing us here is the whole 209 that has done. It is your campaign's totality. So when it automatically pops up when it's done, it's just showing us just that session. But when you want to come back to it and keep digging around looking for all the gold that's just right there in plain sight, that's what this is for. It's going to show you all of them, every bit of them that you've been through, because today when you do it, you may have missed one that you had, or there was just so many easy ones that you needed to come back to it. There we go. I mean, just look at this. If I was in the dental niche, I would just absolutely make a killing just ranking for all this gravy, because those dentists you're working with, or could work with if you chose to, they would love to have this kind of exposure. Same thing again, here's a great one, 24-hour emergency vet, New Jersey. Okay, nobody's even tried this. I'm an animal person. I love animals. I have a lot of animals. Having access to an emergency vet, that's a huge deal. And because I love my animals, I would pay through the nose without a second's thought. Those veterinarians understand that if you call them after hours, they're fixing to get some pretty good bank. So in turn, they're going to pay you as a local marketer pretty good if you can nail down things like this. Well, look how easy. Nobody has even tried to rank this keyword, which is a gold mine. And you find those throughout your entire campaign. Now, is that power or what? This is untouchable. This is the reason why you don't see these kind of tools just out in the public domain, just easily accessible to anybody. It's because people like me use these to take over niches, to make big, nice, fat, full-time incomes just popping out a few videos a day, because we already know exactly where our video is going to place. We know exactly what we need to do, which is usually not much at all. You can use templated videos. I mean, geez, this is easy. Okay, let me go ahead and close this. You can click load campaign. This screen opens and it's going to show you all of the campaigns that you've already done. Now, we created a campaign previously when all of this was empty, and we put in all of this information. Okay, so it automatically creates the campaign. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to open up this Make Money Online campaign. So I'm just going to tell it to give me 5 for this one and run the campaign. Now, if you'll notice, as soon as I clicked the button, it loaded the campaign to show that there's a little over 2,000 keywords in this one, and that I have been through 300 of those keywords doing the full research on them. And in this particular session, I'm working on 5. It's done 2 so far. So let's just watch that do its thing for a moment. Okay, so it went through its process, it completed the job, and it gave us our results. Now, the make money niche, that's a tough niche, but having this kind of information, you You can walk in real easy and just find tons and tons of videos if you want to rank, if you want to actually start getting leads and making sales from the make money online niche. Now, I know a lot of people that are perceived as high or as top level video guys who will go around telling you, oh, well, you might as well just ignore the make money online niche because it is just too brutal. You can't compete against that. But that's just because they don't understand the full picture. They're still working on limited data, whereas I, and shortly you, are not. We have the full absolute plan right in front of us. Now, boy, look at these guys. RPI of 54 and 47. Boy, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. You're just not going to touch that right now. But look at this. This is a great keyword. Make money online, no fees to start. We see that a RPI of 47 has it, but an RPI of 1 also has it. This is one of those situations to where even though the video and the video with the RPI of 47 is going to be on top, and the video with the RPI of 1 will be below that one. But still, this guy with an RPI of 1 has ranked for an amazing keyword. Oh, this is great for lead generation. Okay, so that sort of makes the point that I was talking about earlier, that just because somebody with a high RPI is holding a position, well, a lot of times Google will allow multiple people, at least a couple of videos. So you could come in and get yours there too without having to compete with this guy really. Yes, he's on top, but that's okay. You're still on page 1, right? So, and I'm going to show you a lot more just like this in this very niche, this global niche that's like ultra competitive, that you'll see how I could just walk in and just rank hundreds and hundreds of great lead gen videos for that. Okay, this one only didn't find video on just one of those terms of the 5 we did, and roughly 6 have tried ranking without success. On something like that, I might go ahead, go to YouTube and do a search for this exact search phrase, but put it in quotes. Okay, this is us telling YouTube we want specifically this. It's going to show you those 6 videos. And in a situation like this, I might just go ahead and look at their titles, look at their descriptions, just to see, are these people really truly targeting this keyword? If they're not, then I'm going to go ahead and target it and probably take that position, not only in YouTube but in Google as well. But if they are, if it looks like, yeah, they've targeted for this keyword, then obviously Google is not going to let us rank for that, so I'm not going to waste my time. So let me go ahead and close this. Let's show the full campaign for this, which is a lot. And the reason a lot of the big guys say that, oh, you can't even compete in this, is because of so many people having the really high RPI. But that's okay. As we just seen in the previous screen, there's plenty that still have the low RPIs. They're not going to be as abundant in a niche like this, but they're there, and there's plenty of them. You just have to take a little few minutes to go through and find them. Well, both of these great keywords. Make money online, free, no scams. Boy, that is the perfect lead generator. You could get somebody's email address. You could get them captured. Power index of 1. Yep, we can beat him. Make money online advertising. Index of 1. Yep, we can beat him. Do you see what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. Make money online system. These are keywords that Google themselves are sending traffic to, right? I mean, we can take these easy. This guy, you're not touching him. An RPI of 75, whew, that's pretty hardcore right there. Your odds are low of ever competing with this guy here. So there again, you saved yourself some time. You know not to even touch this guy. Let's keep going through. There's so many. I mean, I could sit here for 20 minutes with you showing you all of these. Here's one I do want to show you. We've got a triple rank. In other words, there's 3 videos ranking for how can a teenager make money online. There's these 2 that are tough, but look, we've got there, somebody's got an index of 1, which means we can go and take that awesome keyword away from them. This is a good keyword. This stuff just never ends. Do you see? Now, I've showed you from a local perspective how easy it is to come in and dominate. Make money online, posting ads, index of one. That is a great keyword, very easy to beat. So I'm showing you how easy this is even on a global scale on a super competitive phrase. You get me? This is power. This is the reason you don't see stuff like this out on the open market. So I've shown you how this works. I've shown you why I'm able to just walk into any niche I please and have my way with it. The only thing left here is you've seen that we talked a lot about their RPI, okay, about all these different videos RPI. But you say, well, how do I know what my RPI is? How do I know where I stand in this competition? Which is easy enough to check. You just click the check RPI button. Put your video in there, the URL to your video. You can also use this externally. For example, if you're surfing the web and you see a competitor's YouTube video somewhere and you're thinking, oh man, I wonder if I could beat this guy. Pop open the program and put his URL in there and you'll quickly see what kind of a RPI he has. Now there's no visual stimulation here. It's doing what it does in the background. It'll pop up for us in just a moment, and it's going to show us what the RPI is for our video or for whatever video you put in. In this case, my RPI rank is 47. This is how people like me are able to go into any local niche, any global niche that I want, and just systematically take over the whole thing. I'm sitting there, I'm pulling leads, I'm getting email addresses, I'm getting direct sales out of it. The list goes on and on. Anything you want to do. I've told people this before. I've kind of kept it low key, but I'll tell you, I've done CPA where basically I'm just posting the number of a psychic hotline, found it through Commission Junction, right in the video, and ranking psychic related keywords all over the place. And these things will often pay you close to $100 for a call. So to say I was banking while I was doing that would be an extreme understatement. I mean, it's there's just so many ways. My point is there's just so many ways. CPA, your own products, Amazon products, it goes on and on. In fact, I want to show you. I looked up treadmill. This is obviously something that somebody would go into Amazon and look for. So I looked that up to see what the competition might be. I only did a real small run, but as you can see, I found some pure gold. People are typing this into the search engine. They're looking for this. They're looking for information on this. So once I did that, I seen that, okay, I could go into this niche, run a much bigger campaign, of course, and just absolutely kick some butt. I can just take this thing over. So then after I did that, got curious and decided what would be further. So I went and I picked a treadmill that's on Amazon. Went for that. Pull that up to see the campaign. So I can see that, man, there's this person right here. They're ranking for a lot of keywords with that single video. And I just did a really small campaign. So this person is sitting here and he's promoting his Amazon products using YouTube and getting on YouTube and Google, of course. And the same is with this as with any others. Even though we've drilled down really deep, all the way down to a product name, look at this, 47, 1, and 1. In other words, we can obviously go in, rank our own videos there. So when people go to Amazon and they searched for this thing and they think, oh, well, that's pretty nice, and then, which is very common, they decide, oh, I'm going to go off and do some more searching on it. They go to Google and YouTube to get more information about that specific product, and you can be showing up there in both places. You can just go as far as you want to go. This is the power that I've been able to enjoy for a number of years now, and now you're going to get to. There's a buy button right under this video. You know, if you want to be a true player in this game, if you want to be able to have the ability to make big things happen, then you're going to go ahead and pony up and buy this software for yourself. Now, if you don't know me, if you're kind of getting this out of the blue from somebody, understand, I'm not one of those guys that works on scarcity. The last program that I released since this one, okay, there's been no programs in between that I released. I left it on the market for 5 days. That's it. 5 days. I closed it. I have people still, it's been a couple of months, I have people contacting me every single day. Different people wanting to tell me, oh, well, Can I just do this to get a copy? Can I do that to get a copy? No, no, you can't. Whenever I pull it, it's pulled. That's that. If I bring it back again later for a few days, you'll have another chance. I don't do favors. I don't need to do favors. It's not that I'm a jerk. It's just how things are. If I put out my software for 5 days, then that's your only opportunity to get it. You shouldn't assume in any way that I'll let you buy a copy after it's over, because that's really not going to happen. You shouldn't assume that I might bring it back later, because I'm going to tell you, when on occasion that I do bring something back that I've already released before for a few days, it's usually at double or triple the price. That's just how I do it. I'm able to do it. Why? Because I can go in and just master any niche I want. So here's your chance. Get the software, get it now, and enjoy being at the top of your niche.